want to say this and I got to go. I love y'all. Keep supporting comedy. And I want to thank each and every one of you black guys for dating these ugly-ass white chicks and taking them off our hands. Real business. My name's Ray Lapowski. I'm out of here.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. This is Lady Blaxican coming at you with another video. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notifications so you're notified anytime I drop a new video. Also, shout out to the new subbies. Welcome to the family, y'all. If anyone has any ideas, feedback, or videos you want me to react to, please email me. My email is always in the About section. It's ladyblaxican@gmail.com. Finally, as y'all know, as I always say, the dust is quite fierce. The dust is quite fierce. So, in case we need a backup plan, I have a second channel, which I'll link for you below. The dust is quite fierce. The dust is quite fierce. Let's go ahead and get into today's topic. Today's topic is part 2 of Dun 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 child support. All right, first of all, my bad, y'all. Part 1, it seemed like I was going to be able to react to 2 clips at the beginning, but at the end, I ran out of time. Plus, it was late. The dust was quite fierce. I needed to decompress from it and drink my tea, so my bad. But I got you. Here is part 2. So I told y'all in part 1 that the second clip that I wanted to show you was very triggering because it reminded me so heavily of my ex Dusty. May he rest in peace. And some of the things that he did, he learned of a loophole. It did eventually, the jig was eventually up for him, thanks to yours truly. However, it was triggering nonetheless. So shout out to you, Denise. Love. I love you. I told you I have a little bit of beef with you, jokingly, as you did not warn me of the dust in which you were emailing me in my inbox. So that is the bone in which I had to pick with you. But shout out to you, boo. Thank you so much for always sending me content and being a major contributor into this channel. I definitely have a video that I am going to be putting together thanks to your videos that you always send me. So keep them coming. Thank you so much, boo. And thank you for these videos, even though I was quite triggered. But anyways, let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the second clip that had me oh so triggered. And then we're going to talk about it. And I will also intertwine my story time because it definitely reminded me of my ex Dusty and the shit that he did. So watch this shit and we'll talk.
Bruh, I always get asked, man, how I get out child support so fast and I got 6 kids. I said, it's easy, bruh. All you gotta do is go have 7 more. Be 13. You have 13 kids, they automatically take you out child support. Free game, let's go.
Y'all saw that shit. The dust is quite fierce. The dust is quite fierce. This Naker gon' say, and why are they so shamelessly putting their illiteracy on display for the whole world to see? Ladies, stop procreating with Nakers like this. This man says that he has 6 kids. Who is procreating with this man? Who? Oh, Lord have mercy. The dust is quite fierce in Blackistan. The dust is quite fierce. Oh my goodness. This man gonna say, always get ifk, thuns. Always get asked. I always get asked how I get off the child support so fast. When I got 6 kids. My people wants to know. They want to know how I get off child support so fast. I got 6 kids. So basically, you Nakers are over here convening with each other. You're having like little meetings, little secret meetings that Black women don't know about, trying to orchestrate plans on how to escape child support. All you gotta do is have 7 more. All you gotta do is have 7 more. Have 13 kids. Have 13 kids. Once you have 13 kids, then you don't have to have no more child support orders no more. It's fair game. Having 7 more kids, have 13 kids. Now I'm surprised that this dude actually knows how to add, but isn't it crazy? Like it's not that they don't know math. They just use math for degeneracy and wicked ways and treachery and treason. That's what they use math for, right? Open up a history book. I'm pretty sure there was some mathematical equation involved that equaled, I want to lick the nutsack of a white man, as Sinji eloquently put. X plus Y equals I get to lick the ball sack of a white man. This is just crazy. So it's always degeneracy that they are using their mathematical skills for. Not you know what? Let me go ahead and get 3 jobs so I could take care of my family. If I make $16 an hour at one job and then I work a full 8-hour day and then I maybe sleep for 2 hours and then go to my second job and I make like $8.50 an hour at that job and I work 8 hours and then I sleep another like 3 hours and eat or whatever. And then I get up and then I go to like my $12.50 an hour job and I work like, I don't know, 6 hours there. I can make X amount of dollars to support X amount of kids. And then I can have X amount for the mother of my child and then X amount for myself. Not that kind of math. Not that kind of math. Have 7 more kids. Make 7 more single black moms. And then they won't come after you for child support. Now, let me break down for you why this reminds me of my ex Dusty. I also want to add that this Naker is lying about, like, he's withholding facts of what happens. A judge isn't going to just take you off of child support because you have 13 kids. Okay, if you have some sort of resources coming in, some sort of income, and again, what is fair game is those wages being snatched and your income taxes and basically any income that you ever tie yourself to being fair game for all 13 baby mamas the moment that you decide to get your shit together. So ladies, don't listen to these nakers. 13 babies be damned. Not the babies in itself. Not that. I'm just saying the situation, not the babies in itself. The situation of having babies in itself, be damned. Still file. Still file, because you'll always have that peace of mind knowing that man, he's indebted to you for his whole life, which means that he has to remain a Dusty forever. Until the day he dies. You know, that was satisfying enough for myself, but he's lying. They're not going to take you off child support simply because you have 13 kids. What likely happened is this man, he has 6 children, likely by multiple women, and he's actually still in the home with one of these women. And what he's doing is he's actually nesting on the white man's ball sack, i.e. the system he created, right? Shout out to Cynthia G for breaking down these systems. But yeah, the white man's system, right? Meaning one of the baby mamas is still nesting, likely a pick-me or a mammy or a future divested woman. I don't know. But it's likely probably the first 2, either a pick-me or a mammy type figure. And what is happening is he is nesting with this woman. He is sucking on the teat of the government by way of the check that she is claiming. for the children they have together, thereby cutting off child support for his other potential children. What will likely happen is the systems are going to say he's currently not in a position to pay child support, so he's not obligated to pay child support. How do I know this? How do you know this, Lady Blaxican? Well, I'll tell you. It's not so evil. Well, the outcome is warrants the evil laugh, but I'll start from the beginning, right? So I told y'all, I am the second mother to the 5 children my ex Dusty, may he rest in peace, had in life, right? I basically was with him when he met his first child. I married the guy. That doesn't make me any better in the least at all. But, you know, my intentions were to have a blended family, a traditional blended family. Didn't work out that way. You know, I had to make my escape through Blackistan. I told him I wanted a divorce on Valentine's Day. I shit you not, this was not planned. This was not planned. On Valentine's Day, I told him I wanted a divorce. I had been thinking about this for quite some time. It ended up getting to the point where I went and I saw an attorney just to get some consultation, right? Got consultation, ended up retaining the attorney, and once I retained the attorney, I let him know, and it just so happened to fall on Valentine's Day, that I'm leaving you. I can't do this anymore. I hate myself, and you know that's because I'm with you, and I can't hate myself anymore because I just love myself way too much. And you know, I told him it is what it is, right? Served his ass with the divorce papers. I didn't ask for child support at the beginning. It was just about, you know, I don't want to be with you, but I still want to co-parent, right? You can't be nice to these niggers. You just can't be nice to these niggers. You just can't. Homeboy exited stage left for a good year, right? So for a good year, I was doing it 100% by myself. And then all of a sudden, he pops out of nowhere, brings his whole trash ass mammy mom, mammy family. Like he was the only dude. And he is in a family full of mammies, which, you know, for me, like they contributed to his death, but I'll save that for another video maybe, when I'm talking about mammies in another video. But anyways, suddenly he pops back up and calls himself, disguising it as, I want to be there for my child, right? What do y'all think actually happened? You guessed it. He got his third pick-me that he ended up basically settling with until he passed. So he ended up making the last few children that I only have one child. The first one only had one child. And then he had a few more children with this last one. She popped out 3 of his children. Child, like, have fun. It's so funny. He used to say, she's nothing like you. I'm like, you're damn right she doesn't like me. I have escaped Blackistan. I didn't say those words. I didn't have those terms. But in so many words, I told him, you right. I have escaped Blackistan. She has not. In so many words, that's basically what I told him. But anyways, they popped out. They had 3 kids with each other. So what do you think happened? What do you think happened as all these children are popping out? What is happening? You guessed it. They were taking their happy, dusty asses to that welfare office and getting child support or welfare. So let's rewind a little tiny bit because when I finally did, because I got sick of his shit, like the whole coming in and out, and then like having my child around trashy ass people that could potentially put her life in danger. Like I got sick of that shit. So like I decided I'm going to fucking make it, as long as you're being a piece of shit, I'm going to make it extremely difficult for you to be a piece of shit. I.e., I'm putting your ass on child support. So yeah, I at the moment that I had an opening, because when at first I was not able to do that. I filed for child support the first time. They denied my application. They said that he is not in a position to pay child support. That's because he had his other kids, including the first one. That's how he was able to get away with it the first time, because I forgot about the first one because he was still taking care of the first one. And he had 3 more kids. So the more kids they had, the more they were able to not contribute into child support, right? So initially when I did the filing, it got denied because he was on welfare. And then, we went to court several times. It was just a hot mess, y'all. A hot mess. But like, I had to do what was best for my child. So like all you mammies that be on these social medias talking about, oh, let them see their child. Let them see their child. 9 times out of 10, we're preventing them from seeing their child because they're doing some dusty ass shit that's going to put the child in danger. And so basically, I don't care how crazy I looked, I'm going to do what I got to do to keep my child safe. Now, if the judge is over there like putting an obstacle for me to do that, i.e., thinking I'm the crazy black woman and he's the black man victim, and trust and believe this happened, this happened, then I would just wait for my next opportunity for him to mess up again, and then I would I'd bring that up. So anytime he messed up, I took his ass to court. That's just what it was. So in the process of continuously going to court, he actually had a job. This one time that he had a job, and he was stupid, and like he was, I guess, trying to make himself look good in the family court. And he says, I have a job. I make like $16 an hour or something like that. And I had actually filed for child support. And they were like, oh, you have income? Oh, well, what a weird turn of events. Bam! Child support order. Signed, sealed, delivered. I was like, yes, I know he's not going to be able to pay it, but I got my weapon. I finally got another thing to hold over his head. I'm sorry. It had nothing to do with trying to use my child as a weapon. Absolutely not. It had everything to do with the fact that this was a dusty ass nigger all in and out of Blackistan. He was trying to pull my child into that lifestyle every time she would go visit him every other weekend. When I'm over here moving her to suburbia with high funded schools, with high scoring schools, I'm talking like her schools were getting like an 8, a 9 out of 10 every year, every single year. And in the district he lived in, these kids were their scores were like 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10. These are this just to give you the difference in neighborhoods. You can tell the difference of a neighborhood by the schooling system. If you have a high scoring school, you probably live in a nice neighborhood. If you have a shitty scored school, you probably live in the hood. That's just what it is. And so like every other weekend, she would have to, my poor baby would have to go and inhale dust. And then she would come home and report back on the dust. And I would just be like, well, damn it, back to the courthouse. And it just was, that's what it was. And so it got ugly there for a second. And there was actually
What is up, black people? How y'all doing? I want to let all you black women know you need to get a white man in your life.